So everyone, let's be wholesome hot. Yay, wholesome hot. I think it's more of a signal of hope that's like when you are working on becoming your best self, like just know that people will notice and you are doing something bigger than yourself, even if you don't realize it. Even if you don't realize that you going on a walk every single day around your neighborhood, all of your neighbors, maybe not even all, maybe it's one lady sees you walking around your neighborhood every single day and that inspires her to go for a walk. The first walk that she's done in 20 years. You never know what it is that you're doing. Like you never know who it could influence, ever. It's hope to keep going. Because it's like, no, this is not just for me. Like I realize that there's people out there that are counting on me to do this, even if they don't even know who I am yet. Welcome back to Mission Mode with Madeline Mack. This is Mission Mode. And I'm Madeline Mack. Today we're going to talk about something I don't think I've ever heard before. I think I made it up. Wholesome Hot. That's what we're talking about. And what is it? And I've realized that this is something that I should talk about for a podcast. I'm making a YouTube video about it right now. I'm actually filming it today. And I was like, you know what? I could go a little bit further in depth on my podcast. Like I kind of been doing that with my past podcast, just like I have a video topic that I filmed and I'm like, I could also talk about that. So we're going to do that again today. But basically I'm going to go through my video plan and just kind of tell you how many steps are there? 9 different talking points today. But yeah, I'm just going to get right into it. So wholesome hot is basically, it's not wholesome and hot. It's just wholesome hot. Like you're not out there trying to look hot. You're not out there putting yourself in very questionable positions or anything on the interwebs. You have standards. You have respect for yourself and you work on yourself every single day to become a better person. You work to serve others and that makes you attractive. That makes you a charismatic, like that people feel the energy of you when you walk into a room because you take care of yourself. So then you can take care of others around you. You get your work done. You are always thinking about the goal, but you're also grateful for where you are. Like this is what I'm trying to make wholesome hot this thing. Because I think it could be beneficial if people had, there's like the clean girl aesthetic. Clean girl. And then there's like, what else? Aesthetics. I don't know. I'm just a random person talking. Maybe we can make this a thing. I don't know. That sounds really dumb. I apologize. Anyways, I'm just saying I think we should be more aware of like the fact that what we do affects everyone around us, even if you don't even have social media. And I think so many people think influencer and they think, oh, well, that means you have to have Instagram, you have to have YouTube, and you have to have a podcast or whatever. No, every single person, every single one of you is an influencer. You just may not notice it or realize it. Like your kids, your husband, your wife, your friends, your family, your coworkers, your, what are they called? Pupils, fellow students. Every single person around you, strangers, you are influencing people in some way. And I think people talk about that. People know about that. But I'm just saying again, because it's so important that we hold ourselves to a certain standard. Because then that will help others around us see us and be like, oh, I want to be like her. I want to do what she's doing. I want to get better. And then that is what makes culture and society better. And I think we all would like to have a better culture and society. So what the heck is wholesome hot? And I'm just, okay, what am I talking about? I think the best place to learn how to be wholesome, or whatever that means, for me, is the Bible and what Jesus teaches. And even if you're not religious or you don't believe in God or anything, you can't deny that, like, if you do what Jesus did and, like, listen to, like, how he treats people, like, that would make you a better person. So every morning I'm learning about Jesus and I'm reading Matthew right now. I've read the New Testament a few times. I am not proficient in any manner, way, shape, or form. I'm just saying that I am learning every single day. and trying to apply what he talks about into my life. And after reading the Bible every single day for like the past 3 years, I have seen so many positive changes in my life, and how I act and how I think and how I like view the world has completely changed. And I didn't think that was possible, because before that, like, I mean, I've always grown up Christian and I've always read the Bible here and there, but only like whenever I needed it. And really reading it every day and really absorbing the word and practicing it to the best of my ability. I'm definitely not perfect at all, okay? I am not at all. Not even close. I just about choked on my own spit. Anyways, after doing that, I feel like I'm a better person. So I highly encourage you to learn from the most wholesome man that ever lived, Jesus. So yeah, that's where it all starts. And if you just have some time in the day, even if it's just like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or like on an app on your phone, just like read a little bit of scripture, just read a little bit of what Jesus said, just like find out a little bit about him, you know? So number 2, I want to talk about, so number 1 was like Bible, learning from the best wholesome man ever. Number 2 is, what are we eating and what are we fueling ourselves that makes us better? Like, food is fuel. And if we are eating a lot of processed things, if we're eating sugary things all the time, every single day, if we are not eating enough, if we are eating too much, we are not going to be able to serve others to the best of our ability. We are not going to be able to even serve ourselves. We're not going to be able to take care of ourselves. We're literally not taking care of ourselves when you eat in a way that's bad for you. And I mean, it's totally fine here and there, okay? I love cheeseburgers, french fries, and ice cream. Favorite meal, hands down. I want to eat a whole pizza. Like, I don't want to eat a whole pizza right now, but like, I could eat a whole pizza. I love those things, but it's in moderation. And when we are not doing those things in moderation, that's not only affecting ourselves, it's not only affecting how you look, it's affecting how you think, how you feel, your mood, all of these different things. And there's so many studies on that. And it's influencing the people around you. It's influencing what people think about you, what people think about themselves. If you could start taking small actions in your life to make your diet better, which sounds really stupid, people will see that and want to better themselves. And the whole theme of this is just like, becoming better invokes change in others. There are some people that will never change, but for the most part, if you start doing amazing things with your life, people are going to see that and be like, wow, I want to be like her. And another part of that is just like, what are you eating? And the better you eat, the more energy you'll have, the longer you'll live, the more muscle you can grow, and all the things. Food is fuel. And I remember I used to hear people say food is fuel. And I'd be like, that sounds like awful. Like, I don't want to just eat plain, bland chicken and rice. Like, that sounds terrible. I love chicken and rice. I love chicken and rice now. And it's really funny because, like, I remember thinking of eating that only when I was little and being, like, disgusted. And not even little, like, early high school. Like, food is fuel. And I'd be like, yeah, I know. Okay. And then I'd like, well, I guess I never really ate bad. But I would hear things like that and think it was unattainable for me to think of food as fuel. And the more days that I've integrated that thought into my life, the easier it's become and the more I'm eating food as fuel. And I think that's super important. Helps me to function throughout my day. And yeah, I just think about my future a lot. I think about my older self a lot. What am I going to be doing when I'm 80 years old? Like, am I going to be able to pick up my kids, my grandkids? Pick up my full grown kids? That'd be cool too. But like, am I going to be able to pick up my great grandkids when I'm 88? Like, I want to be able to do that. And it starts now. It starts when you're young. Get that protein in and don't starve yourself. So that was number 2, food. And number 3, the third part of this thing, wholesome hot, whatever that means, working, focusing, and working on whatever gifts that you've been given so that you can help others, providing value to the world through things that you create. Being creative is so important, and I think that gets away from us a lot when we are constantly consuming all the time, and we're constantly looking at everyone else's creativity and everyone else's movies and everyone else's songs and podcasts and all the things. And I mainly I'm constantly trying to come up with ideas. I'm constantly looking at the world around me and being like, what could I do out of that? Or like, oh, that was an interesting sentence. Like, what could I say with that? Like, I'm constantly jotting down little ideas and stuff like that because I like to create. That is where I'm happiest. And God, the first thing God told us about him was that he created the heavens and the earth. The first thing God told us about himself, is that he's creative. And we are made in the image of God, which means we are creative and we must use that to our advantage because that is like our superpower. Humans are creative. And Myron Golden pointed that fact out in a lot of his videos. He's talked about that. But that just gets carried away from us so much because we're taught in school. Like, we are learning someone else's textbook. We are taking other people's written tests and we have to circle the right answer, A, B, or C. And very rarely were we allowed to like really be creative in school. I loved art class. I loved art. I loved writing because that's where I could be more creative. And also I didn't have like a mathematical mind, but I'm sure like mathematicians are extremely creative. Like non-traditional, every single thing around you takes creativity. Literally look at your house, look at your phone, look at whatever you're looking at right now. Someone had a thought in their brain, we could put a road right there and I'll paint those stripes on there and then we can put that lamp post there. We gotta make that light bulb in there. Like every single one of these things was an idea. Every single one of these things that is around us, that is surrounding us, comes from human creativity. And I think that's like whenever I've had a day that I've been like super creative and come up with a bunch of ideas and worked on those ideas with full focus and intention, and I've realized that they have provided value to people, that's when I feel the most fulfilled. Like that's when I feel the best, is when I'm being creative. So I think that's just so important. Make sure you guys are being creative. And I know another thing, like a lot of people have said, make sure you're being creative, but it's just so good to hear that. And like, also, this podcast is just like an accumulation of all the things that I've learned so far and that I'm using to further myself on the mission. I'm not saying that I'm like, I just came up with all of this stuff, guys. I'm so smart. No, I've listened to like self-development, read all the self-development books and all the things since I was like 13. And this is just how I think now. So anyways, moving on. Number 4, working out. And if you guys follow me, you know that I really enjoy working out. And it's kind of, I guess I'm a fitness influencer kind of. And working out, I was just talking about this before I lifted back for my YouTube video, but it is literally like, I'm addicted to working out. And if you are not addicted to working out, you can get addicted to working out. Because I used to not be addicted to working out. And I remember dreading all of my workouts, and I would still do them though. And now it's like, I cannot go. I dread not doing my workouts. The feeling that I would feel if I didn't work out was like the most terrible thing. Me and my mom were just talking about that on our walk yesterday because we like literally get like kind of like sad. Like we get really sad if we can't work out or if we get sick or something. It's like the worst feeling ever. And not only does working out help our own bodies, we grow our more muscle, we can hopefully have more muscle mass when we're older and pick up our great grandkids, but it influences every single thing around you. And again, this is all about how you influence the world around you and how you can serve people better. And when you are in shape and you can be reliable, your body is reliable, it's not going to give out on you, you can help people so much more. You can serve people so much more. And just by providing that example of having an in-shape physique, and I'm not saying anything crazy. I'm not saying you have to have washboard abs. I'm just saying like you can like run up the stairs or run up a hill, like anything like that. that is inspiring to people. That is, wow, look at her go. Like, I wish I want to be like that. Maybe I could ask her, like, what does she do? And it's funny because so many people think, oh, I could never do that. But Jelly Roll has just had an incredible transformation. He was like 560 pounds and he's lost like 300 pounds, something insane. He was just on the Joe Rogan podcast and I listened to it. And it was such a good podcast. You guys should listen to it. But it was just so inspirational, even for me. I've actually struggled with not eating enough, but he started out with 560 pounds and he's been documenting the entire journey and showing so many people and sharing with the world his struggle. And they're eating that up and he's inspiring so many people to become better. And people don't want to see, Alex Hormozy brings this up sometimes. People don't like to listen to a story that the hero already has everything. Like, he already has the princess, he already defeated the dragon, and the end. Like, that's the most boring story you've ever heard. People want to hear the struggle. People want to hear about the sleepless nights and the crying and all the things. Like, people want to see that. And if you are at a starting point and you think like you could never do that or you could never accomplish your fitness dreams, yes, you can. It just starts with, okay, let's go for a little walk. Let's go for a half-mile walk. Let's walk to my mailbox and back. Let's do 10 air squats right here. Or not even that, just standing up and out of your chair or sitting up and sitting down from your chair. Like, that's a workout. Doing a 10-minute ab workout on YouTube. Like, doing just like the smallest little thing and then just being consistent with that and building upon it each and every day and changing your diet a little bit. And the impact that has not only on you and your mood and your brain and the way you can function, but the people around you is just so, it's like there's countless stories of people changing their entire life, just getting in shape. It's not just about getting in shape. It's about the people around you. It's about being there for your family. And I mean, I'm super young. I'm super naive, but I mean, I've seen this and other testimonies that I've read about, like on the First Form Instagram, you can scroll through like all of these people who have changed their entire life and just like Jelly Roll. And fitness is just the best. Okay, guys, it's just what you got to do. Okay. It's all about how can you better serve people? Oh, if you have a better body that's stronger, you can probably serve more people and give more glory to God through that. So that's the whole point. And alrighty, next up, we got number 5, which is self-care. And I kind of went on a tangent in my YouTube. This whole podcast is a tangent. Sorry, but I went on a whole tangent about in school, all throughout school, I have always made sure that I look presentable. And it started off, I'm so grateful. I've so blessed to have my mom. She would order all these outfits, and like when I was going to preschool, I'd always have a cute outfit, and I'd have like perfect hair, perfect outfit, perfect everything. My bow was all perfectly placed, and I'd go recess and come back home and I'd look like a trash rat. That was always kind of funny that would happen. Or like I'd wear my little Ugg boots and I'd wear them in a muddy puddle and like completely ruin them. My mom would be like, what the heck? But like, okay, that's kind of besides the point. But being our best self involves like making sure that we feel like we look nice. And my mom did my hair for so long, and I think it was in I think she did my hair in middle school. That's really embarrassing to say, but I really didn't know how to do my hair. But every single day I would lay out my outfit the day before, and then in the morning I would like do my hair. And that was in like elementary, middle school. And then in high school, like I would lay out my outfit the day before and try it on the day before and make sure I liked my outfit, because if I didn't like my outfit in the day, I would feel terrible. And there's something magical. There's some sort, like, I don't know, not magical. I don't know what it is about wearing a nice outfit that just makes you feel so good. And people underestimate that all the time. And they think that it's going to make them feel better to be comfortable and to wear sweatpants. And hey, I'm wearing sweatpants right now. Okay. I'm nothing against that. I'm at home. I work from home most of the time. And the most comfortable thing for me to wear when I'm working is like a sweatsuit or something. But if I'm out on the town and I'm wearing a sweatsuit, I am uncomfortable. I am so uncomfortable. If I went to school in a sweatsuit, I would feel awful, even though it's the most comfortable thing you could wear. It wasn't about how it made me feel. It was about how it made me feel. And that's why I had to make sure every single day, okay, do I feel cute today? Which sounds really stupid and really vain, but it was like something that like gave me an energy that like I could just walk down the hallway with confidence and raise my hand in class and say something or stand up and say my speech. Like I felt so much better. I felt like I could do so much better. I felt like I could be so much more productive, get my homework done faster when I was wearing a cute outfit, when my makeup felt like it looked good, when my hair was good. And on days that I felt like my hair looked bad or my makeup looked bad or I didn't like something about my outfit, I felt terrible, which also, again, sounds really stupid and I shouldn't let little things like that bother me, but they did. And even now, if I go somewhere and I don't like my outfit, oh my, it literally ruins my day. I'm not kidding. And that's really weak of me. I know it's a weakness of mine, but I'm just telling you the power of wearing a cute outfit. Okay. All right. Podcast editing Madeline here. I also wanted to mention that I've like grown up seeing my grandma and my mom dress up every single day. Like my grandma always has a cute outfit on. She always has her hair done. She always has her makeup on. And same with my mom. Like my mom gets ready. It could be flipping 7 p.m. She's about to go to bed in an hour, but dad's not home yet. She will do her makeup and her hair and like fix up a little bit just so that when he sees her, like she's presenting herself well to him, just because it's like kind. It's nice to do yourself up a little bit, make yourself presentable, because it not only makes you feel better, but it makes other people around you appreciate that. And then they see that you have a standard. They see that you take care of yourself. They see that you respect them enough that you want to look good for them. And yeah, that was my thing. I just wanted to like point out the fact that like my mom and my grandma are always done up and they look like always want to look good. And I was really inspired by that. So, okay, back to Madeline. Taking care of yourself, taking a shower and like shaving your legs, putting on self-tanner, all the things. Like I love vacation prep because then you just feel like so cute because you like did all these things like get ready for vacation and look your best. And I just feel like that's underestimated. Like you go to the airport and everyone's wearing pajamas and you're like, what? Like this used to be back in the 1900s. Like going to the airport was like a big deal. People were in their suits, their best outfits to go on the plane. And now it's like people are taking their shoes off and you can smell their stinky feet. And it's like terrible. And I don't want to be in that plane with those people. But I'm very blessed to fly. But I'm just saying, maybe we should present ourselves a little bit better. And I think that's, if culturally we like, because in like France and all the things, I feel like everyone over there dresses up like really nice. Like why is that not our culture now? Our culture is like sweatpants and sweatshirt every day. Like the people of Walmart is kind of like the people of America, which is kind of sad. And I'm like, like what? There are definitely people though that wear cute outfits, and when I see someone wearing a cute outfit, I'm like, wow. They put in the effort. They respect themselves and they respect their surrounding people because they look nice. They are nice to look at. Thank you for putting in the effort, for showing that you respect yourself so much that you're willing to put in a little extra time to make yourself look better. And then they look more confident. And like I just love cute outfits. I don't know, like and like I love Dolly Parton so much. And I mean, she said that she wears makeup to go to bed because what if a fireman came and saw like she had run out of the house and she didn't have makeup on, like that, like just like presenting yourself well to people. I think it just shows a standard of respect, and again, it influences people in the right way. It makes people think, oh, I want to get ready, because I remember in school, people would compliment me on my outfit, and then the next day, they would say something to me and they'd be like, I'm wearing a cute outfit today because of you, Madeline. Like, I wanted to dress up today because of you. I did my hair because of you. Like, I literally had people say that. And I was like, wow, they wanted to feel better and they feel better. And I made them feel better just because I like to curl my hair. And it seems so silly. That seems so silly. What are you talking about? But like, just trust me. Like, dressing up makes you feel so much better and you can like perform so much better. That was kind of a long tangent on self-care. Next, number 6. What is number 6? Oh, boring, mundane work. I kind of just made that up because number 6 on my little YouTube thing is like not really anything. And I thought it was something, but I think Wholesome Hot involves the simple things. It involves just like observing nature, observing people around you, having conversations with people and appreciating them, like setting your phone down and talking to someone, and just simple things like that. And what I meant by boring work was like doing boring. I've talked about doing boring things so many times, but doing the boring work that is serving people that you don't necessarily want to do, that's super important. And I think we get so caught up. We see all these amazing highlight reels on Instagram and all the things. And like I post like the highlights of my day and all the things like that. And you can get tricked to thinking it's extremely easy to think like, oh, well, their lives look absolutely amazing, but mine is boring. Mine is like, I gotta like work all day. I gotta like do all these things around the house that are boring. I gotta clean, I gotta cook. And like, this is boring. And it's in those habits that build up to the big moments. And without those little tiny days, those little tiny habits and stuff, the big moments could never happen. And when you get too caught up in thinking like, oh, I can't really talk to this person right now for 30 minutes because I have to go do stuff. I have to go do some things, which I'm so guilty of. Like, okay, mom, I gotta go. I can't talk anymore. Like stuff like that. No, like enjoy conversations with people. We are a people species. Like people need people. Man was not good to be alone. We need to talk to people. We need to not be afraid of, quote, wasting time, having a great quality conversation with someone. And like just saying like the highlight of your day was like an amazing conversation, to some people could seem like, oh, you have such a boring life. But like, no, that's where fulfillment comes from again. And that's where the most influential things can happen. And that's where, like when you're practicing, if you're an athlete and you're practicing over and over and over and over and over again, your sport, that's extremely boring. But then you can show people and influence people and inspire people around you with all the hard work you put in that was boring, with the amazing, incredible results that you've gotten. So yeah, number 6 is kind of just like, don't be afraid to do the work and don't be afraid to be boring, because being humble enough to be like really good at something, but also know that you still got to do the work that got you there, that is being humble, okay? And Andy Frisella talks about that all the time. That is nothing, like I did not think of that. Andy Frisella talks about that. But being humble is having the things, but still doing the little things that it took to get there. Like Jesus, literally flipping Jesus, came on earth and acted as a slave, as a servant to the people around him. He humbled himself as a servant. What? Like we will never be able to do that, like to that level, but like we can definitely try. And I am not perfect at that, but I think we should all just take on the mindset of a servant and realize that it's those mundane tasks that help people. That's what helps people. That's what serves people and builds up to the big moments. And then, I mean, if you really think about it, the big moments are like the little teeny tiny part of life. And then like the other parts are all the other parts, you know, like the little tiny parts, the little, like I had a great cup of coffee this morning. That was wonderful. I loved that. I had a great conversation with my mom. I'm just giving examples, but like I had a great workout. I love the clouds. And like just like little simple things like that. That's wholesome. You know what I'm saying? So, don't say, Madeline. My gosh, guys, can you yell at me in the comments to not do that? Oh, also, I kind of mentioned nature in there, but I think being outside, getting outside, leaving the house, that is so important. And when we're all cooped up in our jobs and at home and all the things, we forget like nature is so nice. Like, I love going to my boyfriend's house when he's home and just like going outside because he lives in a whole bunch of land, and they all hunt and stuff, and they talk about like the peaceful, serene feeling that gives them when they're just like sitting in nature for hours. And I definitely don't do that for hours. Like, I go for a walk for like an hour a day outside, and that's like kind of like the only nature I get. But I definitely want to be outside more, and especially in the summertime. I'm outside way more. But yeah, just being calm, just being down to earth, my guy. Wholesome. I almost said wholesome and hot. Wholesome hot. Whatever that means. I'm trying to explain what that means. I'm basically like, what is that? Madeline's trying to explain what it is on a podcast. That's what this podcast has been. And another thing, I've kind of lost track of all the things. I said I was going to talk about 9 things, but I'm not really talking about 9 things. What is this? The 7th thing, kind of, is just like not being on social media all the time. And like trying to create more than you consume. I guess I already talked about this with creativity, but I just want to hit at it again, because when I feel the worst is whenever I have realized, oh crap, like I haven't created anything today. And I don't feel like that anymore, because I've learned, I've made a habit of creating so much. Like, that is my baseline. Like, I can't, like, my day would feel so weird if I didn't come up with ideas, or if I didn't film something, or if I didn't edit something, or if I didn't draw something, or if I didn't, like, my day would not feel right. And we can get so stuck on looking at other people's lives that we forget that we're living it right now. Like, why are we wasting any time looking at someone else? And I'm definitely guilty of that. And I'm like, why do I do that? So just realize this is your life, everyone. Live it. Live your life. I sound really dumb. Sorry. But all of this, I'm just going to read from my little YouTube thing so I stop rambling like a crazy person. But all of this: discipline, kindness, strength, purpose. What? That is the weirdest thing I've ever read in my life. I'm not reading that. So I would type out like a giant YouTube thing, like my overall idea for my YouTube video, and then I put it into ChatGPT and I say, can you make this into bullet points so it's not so crazy condensed? So it makes it into bullet points, and at the very end it says that I should say, all of this: discipline, kindness, strength, purpose makes me hotter than skimpy clothes ever could. Wholesome is hot. No, that's not my point, AI. It's wholesome hot. It's a thing. Yeah, I just thought I'd tell you that because that was kind of funny. But anyways, all of these things I just said, it's basically just become your best self, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. And I mean, your intentions don't have to be that in the beginning. Like, you can start bettering yourself just because you are uncomfortable in yourself, or you feel like you need to get better. But I think it's more of a signal of hope that's like, when you are working on becoming your best self, like, just know that people will notice, and you are doing something bigger than yourself, even if you don't realize it. Even if you don't realize that you going on a walk every single day around your neighborhood, all of your neighbors, maybe not even all, maybe it's one lady sees you walking around your neighborhood every single day, and that inspires her to go for a walk. The first walk that she's done in 20 years, whatever. Like, you never know what it is that you're doing. Like, you never know who it could influence, ever. Like, I have no idea. And like, it's kind of cool to think about, and it's very encouraging, because if you're in the beginning and you haven't started on your journey or whatever of betterment, it's hope to keep going, because it's like, no, this is not just for me. Like, I realize that there's people out there that are counting on me to do this, even if they don't even know who I am yet. You know what I mean? So I apologize for the weird little ranty rants in this podcast and the ums. Dang it, I just said again. Okay, I need to just end it. So everyone, let's be wholesome hot. Yay, wholesome hot. I don't even know if that's going to catch on or not. I'm probably just going to embarrass myself. We'll see what happens. All right, that's it. Go out there and inspire others with what you do, because you are, and you will, and you're doing great. Keep going. Don't give up. ever. Like literally just quitting is not an option for you. So yeah, that's it. That's all. Have a great week. It is Monday. Epic. Okay. Peace out. Bye.